What's up everyone, Kaiju no Kami here, and today I have a very special review to do. So special that Chrysalis Bloodborne gave me a Switch to review it. Yes, an actual Switch, which I have not opened yet, because I promised him I would not open this until I reviewed this movie. What movie is that, you ask? Well, it's a movie called Immortal. It's about Egyptian gods and stuff like that. I mean, it has a pyramid on the cover, so it's got to be cool, right? Right? I hope so. This movie was written and directed by French comic book artist Enki Bilal, and is based on Bilal's comic book series known as the Carnival of Immortals. It is set in a futuristic New York City, 2095 to be exact. Furthermore, it is one of the first movies to be shot entirely in front of a green screen, and video game studio Quantic Dreams helped produce a lot of its CGI'd scenes. Which makes a lot of sense considering this entire movie looks like a PlayStation game. And not in a good way. Nevertheless, how is this weird take on Egyptian mythology? Let's watch to find out! Our film begins with a group of mutants being herded like cattle to a detention facility for processing. At least that's what I think is happening. I'm not 100% sure though, because the movie doesn't really specify anything. One girl, named Jill, played by French actress Linda Hardy and dubbed by Barbara Welber-Scaff, gets into a fight with some guards and has a specialized collar placed on her to keep her obedient. At the facility, she is scouted by scientist Elma Turner for being the only other person who doesn't look like a video game FMV sequence, and offers her a job and a place to live in order to be her guinea pig.
If you trust me, you won't have anything to worry about anymore. You'll be covered and legal. I have a contract with the Western Hysteria. You can live there. You're the greatest mystery of nature I've ever come across.
At least she's honest! Charlotte Rampling portrays this lifeless caricature who is as important to the plot as the pen on my floor. Jill meets up with a mysterious man in black named John, who acts as her guardian and tells her to take the job.
Apparently, my body is only 3 months old, and my organs aren't in the right place.
You see that pyramid monument? Do you think it's in the right place?
Good advice.
Accept it.
In the meantime, a giant pyramid has appeared above the city, causing a panic. Horace, the Egyptian god of the sun, awakens from his slumber and steps out of the pyramid.
What the hell? It's a naked guy with a bird's head!
It's a naked guy with a bird head? Oh god, it's gonna be one of those movies, isn't it? Great. Just friggin' great. What did you get me into, Chrysalige? What did you get me into? Horace goes out in search of a blue-haired mutant woman. Obviously, it's gonna be Jill. She's the only blue-haired mutant woman in this movie that matters. Some time passes and the police are investigating a series of murders where a person's head explodes. One officer is taking a witness to the station and his head explodes.
Unit 17, are you receiving?
What? The witness stumbles into a bar, asks some random questions.
He wants to know if they're deceased. He asks you a question.
Hey, I'm fine, thanks.
And leaves just in time to play Pop Goes the Weasel as well.
What the hell was that?
Oh yeah, it is also at this murder scene where we are introduced to Inspector... I actually have no idea what his name is. So I'm just going to call him Inspector Redface because apparently half of his face got bitten off by an alien creature that resembles a hammerhead shark. At a sky prison facility, a few prison containers fall off the wall, crashing into the bridge below. Who knew that prisons attached to a wall of a flying prison could fall off? The cops arrive to recapture the prisoners until they are all shot to hell by a bunch of guys in white suits.
Back, restricted area.
They retrieve the capsules, only to miss one that contained a dangerous rebel named Alcid Nikopol, played by your usual villainous actor Thomas Kretschmann. I guess it could be worse. His name could be Nico Tatopoulos. Horace rescues Nikopol as he lost a leg in the fall and offers him a new leg in exchange for being his host body.
I need a body to welcome me. You seem to be suitable. I've tested 7 humans before you and rejected them all.
Yeah, so it turns out that apparently the people whose heads were exploding were not intentional. It was just that Horace tried to take over their body and use them as a host, and the body rejected him by blowing the head off. I don't know. It would have been nice if they had actually explained this earlier on in the film, but hey, I guess better late than never. Nikopol has no choice but to agree, and he searches for Jill. At least I'm still assuming it's Jill, since once again, she is the only blue-haired mutant woman in this entire movie, and probably this entire universe. Well, unless Horace is just looking for Marge Simpson. We have such important scenes going on as Jill following the diet she was told to by Elma. Nikopol tries to shoplift and gets chased by the cops, flying away in the process.
I believe I can fly, spread my wings and fly away.
And some scenes with the corrupt politician who is doing corrupt stuff while wanting to be re-elected. Go figure. After a while, Nikopol finally finds Jill, has her taken back to her hotel room, and then proceeds to rape her. Wait! What?
You made me commit rape.
She consented.
I don't think that's how that is supposed to work.
We gods have physical appetites, you know, which we have more than aptly demonstrated for thousands of years.
The Me Too movement would have a field day with this one. You know what, Chrysalidge? You can take your Switch back. Take it! I don't want to review this movie anymore. Take it. You can have it back. It's not worth it, man. It's not worth it. Take your Switch back. No. Don't make me review this movie. Don't make me continue. No. No. Fine. I will finish the review. That day, Jill gets kidnapped by a red hammerhead shark assassin.
You taste good. I'm proud of myself for having found you.
You gotta be fucking kidding.
Ow! It's the creature that tried to take a bite out of crime. Stoppers. Horace swoops in to rescue her. Takes her back to her room, and then uses Nikopol to rape her again. And this is why the gods invented rape whistles. Well, okay. Clearly not this god. They repeat the process once more the next day, but this time Jill actually consents to this makeout session. Oh, so now it's Stockholm Syndrome, the movie. Lovely. This action also allows her to finally be impregnated with Horace's seed.
Thank you, Nikopol. Thank you.
Red Shark Man leaps out of Jill's bathtub and tries to attack the duo. Fortunately, John smashes his car through Jill's hotel wall and the trio escape.
Oh, mommy food, daddy food, baby food,
Redface and Elma arrive too late and thus a car chase ensues. John offers Jill a red pill that will wipe out her memories and turn her into a human.
This red pill is the final stage of your treatment. It will make you human for good. You're going to write yourself a new story.
What is this? The Matrix? John disintegrates.
Forget.
Let beauty come out of ashes.
Red Sharkman appears once more, only to be killed by Horace.
Oh, kill the shark. Kill the shark. Kill the shark. Kill the shark.
And the corrupted politician's body falls from the sky.
That was a bit anticlimactic.
Yeah, so there was this scene when the politician went up towards the pyramid to try to consult it, and then he just got zapped by it, and this is the next time we see him. He died off screen.
Horace relinquishes his hold on Nikopol.
You have been much more than a body to me. I wish I could do more to thank you.
Teases Jill.
I will never be far from you, Jill, ever again.
And then leaves.
And I will always love you.
A year later, Nikopol visits the now mother Jill, who seems to have no issue with her baby being a giant blue bird.
I'm so blue.
Or rather, a murderous giant blue bird. Was Immortal. And this is why they don't let comic book artists write and direct movies.
I have nothing I can really go on here about this film. I have no friggin' idea what the hell I even watched. It was basically just a rape film and nothing more. There isn't a single shred of redeeming value whatsoever. Oh wait, actually, there is one scene I can praise, and it was a scene of Anubis and Bassett playing Monopoly. It had absolutely nothing to do with the rest of the movie, but it was hilarious and the only time the film got a laugh out of me. Everything else was borderline dog shit. There were way too many plot points that went nowhere. For example, remember how I mentioned Redface had part of his face bitten off by the Red Shark Man? This would lead you to expecting some sort of showdown between the duo, right? Well, think again, because they never once meet. It was a plot point that served no purpose. This movie is full of those. Just like the corrupt politician was killed off camera, he served no purpose to the overall narrative other than being the one to send Red Shark Boy after Jill. Do I even need to explain to you why these effects look terrible? Or can you see it for yourself? None of this movie looks like it is even trying to be realistic. It's like they just gave up on the film during the pre-rendering phase and left the characters looking like the abominations they are. Hell, I've seen PS2 games with some better graphical capabilities than what this movie provides. As for the soundtrack, it was done by a two-man team compiled of Sugaros and Goran Vojevoda. They're supposed to be professional musicians, but I feel like they had no interest in tackling this project and just half-assed it as much as everyone else did.
This movie sucks. It may be the worst movie I have reviewed thus far on this channel. It has no redeeming value whatsoever, and you should not waste your time with it unless you want to show it to someone who you absolutely, truly hate. Whatever the case may be, do not watch this film. Just don't. Really, just don't watch this film. I am the Kaiju no Kami, and I say fuck this shit.
You made me commit rape.
She consented. We gods have physical appetites, you know.
No.